up, T gang? So if y'all hear that noise in the back, that is my dishwasher. But y'all see this head? I had twisters in or whatever. But what we finna do is take these out because I have to minister tonight. And I'm gonna give y'all a little story time about how I got away. How I almost didn't get away. That's what I'm gonna say. How I almost didn't get away. Okay. So, y'all, look how long. First of all, let's get into the locks. Okay, let me start because my head hurt. Okay, yes. New color coming soon. But anyway, I got twisters in and I'm going to just wear them down. But I'm tired of wearing these twisters. And then I got me some jam. Some jam so I can do my little edges and stuff. And then I got some argan, whatever oil. Yeah, to put in my hair because it's very much dry. So I think I am going to take this down so I could put this in my hair right now. That way I ain't got to worry about it. But yeah, y'all, let me tell y'all how I almost didn't get away from the police. Like, so let me tell y'all. So a couple weeks ago, actually it was last month, I was driving and I was going a little fast, but not too fast. I was being urgent, you know, a little urgent. And this feels so good, y'all. And it smells good. I was being urgent and I got pulled over. All right. Got pulled over. I'm stressing because I needed to go to my doctor's appointment to switch arms with my birth control because this, da da da. Anyway, that's a new story. But yeah, so I get pulled over, right? So I get pulled over and the cops say, you know, excuse me, ma'am, this is a 55 and you're doing 65. Okay, let's just say that. So he was like, did you realize that you was going that fast? And I was like, no, sir. I said, I just moved over here, which wasn't a lie. I said, I just moved to the area and I'm in a bit of a hurry today because I'm about to miss my appointment that I cannot reschedule. And also, my husband just reminded me that I didn't pay the mortgage. So I'm like going between the two, between how I'm gonna get there, how I'm gonna have time to do this before it's too late, before I get a late fee, all this other stuff. So he was like, okay, license and registration. So mind y'all, while I'm driving and being bad, I'm listening to church music because that's really all I listen to. Like, now I can't listen to all this extra stuff. Like, I just listen to church music and call it a day. So I'm gonna twist some of these. So I do that. So when I got pulled over, I'm like jamming to my music or whatever. And he pulled me over. And then I had to turn the music down because I'm like, okay, you know, he telling me what I am doing, what I just said or whatever. So then he like license and registration. So I'm like, okay. I turn my music up. I'm jamming. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm good. Like, last time I was speeding, you know, it was a couple months ago. All this and that, like 6 months ago, this and that, whatever. So, he come back to my car, y'all. Mind you, first of all, I'm already dark-skinned, beautiful woman. So y'all already know when you get in contact with the police, you automatically panic or whatever. So I was literally like just calming myself down, making sure my anxiety was not through the roof or whatever. And I was making sure that I was cool, calm, and collected, you know, hands above to where they could see me. I wasn't doing too much moving around, da da da. So mind you, at the time also, I did not update my ID. So I'm speeding. ID is not up to date. Like, my license not up to date. I'm like, okay, that's the only thing I was worried about. So then, oh Lord. So he cut in my car and he was like, this the expired registration. but I was able to pull up your car. I said, okay, well, the new one in here somewhere. I just got a folder in my car with a whole bunch of paperwork, and like I'm shaking right now, so I can't really figure out like what the heck I need to look for. I can't focus. So he was like, okay, that's cool. He was like, I see this say over here, but you all the way over here. So I'm like, yeah, I just moved over here, whatever. And I didn't get my license updated yet. He was like, okay, just to let you know that, you know, when you move or whatever, you got 30 days to change your address or you'll be fine or whatever. So I'm like, okay, yes, sir. I actually have to do that today as well, which I did. So I was like, okay. So he was like, but I do want to tell you, do you know that your license is suspended? Y'all, I looked at him. I said, who license suspended? He talking about yours, ma'am. I said, you sure you got the right car? Because I am a twin and they be doing some grimy stuff or whatever, but ain't no way my license should be suspended. I passed my last ticket. Like, you know, I paid for all this stuff. Like, what's going on? He talking about, yes, ma'am. I have to take your license and seize your tag. What do you mean? What do you mean you have to, excuse me, what do you mean you have to take my license and basically take my car? Your license is suspended. Y'all, this man tell me my license been suspended for 5 months. Really 6 months. So, hold on. Yeah, it was like almost 7 months, y'all. 7 months. My license was suspended for 7 months. And I didn't even know. Y'all, like, I'm driving. I have to drive circles all day because I'm in school or whatever. So literally I'm doing circles all day. Like, you know, I be rushing everywhere I go. Like, I be speeding but not speeding enough to, you know, kind of get pulled over or whatever. But dog, when he told me that, I about fell out. I said, what do you mean? Like, you sure you got the right car? Like, y'all, I went to shake it. So I'm like, oh Lord. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? He was like, y'all, when I tell y'all God was with me, man, God was definitely with me because, whoo, this man said, I'm supposed to do all this stuff, this and this, but I can see that you really don't know what's going on. Y'all, he was like a regular police officer. He wasn't a state trooper. If he was a state trooper, I would have been done. Okay, like, the thing is, my husband would have never known where I was at. Like, nobody would never knew where I was at because I'm over here on a back road getting pulled over for driving. Basically reckless driving. So I'm like, oh Lord, like, y'all, I ain't gonna cap. I went to cry. I sure did cry. He was like, I ran your name through twice, and this is the car. He was like, you the owner of this vehicle, right? I said, yes, I'm the owner of this 2017, you know, vehicle or whatever. So he was like, okay, yeah, it's definitely telling me your license is suspended, and I literally basically have to take you to jail. So he was like, you know, like I said, I could tell that you don't know what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you to please do the speed limit. Let me back up. So first of all, after he told me that or whatever, I said, how can this be like everything? He was like, okay. So I said, I pay all my, y'all, I can't even talk because this right here was out of control. So let's back up. So after he told me that, and I told him, how can this be? Because I pay all my bills and I try to keep up with everything. He was like, okay, did you get in a car accident and, you know, you was fine for it? I said, no, sir. Like that. I said, which kind of threw some bells or whatever. Because I'm like, okay, my twin sister, she just got in a car accident or whatever. You know, she be having all this extra stuff going on. So, like, that got to be her. And she got to be using my name. Like, she got to be. So then he was like, okay, did you get a ticket? And you didn't pay your tickets? I'm like, no, sir. Like, I didn't get none of that. So he was like, okay. He was like, this is what I'm going to tell you. Because I can obviously see, especially the look on your face, that you did not know this was going on. And he was like, wait, I also have one more thing to ask. He was like, did you do anything with your insurance or whatever? I said, honestly, yeah. When I got married a couple months ago, me and my husband, immediately after my insurance went out, y'all, let's get into it. Yes. And he was like, I was like, immediately after my insurance went out, I hopped on his as soon as I got married. He was like, okay, then that might be the reason, but you need to go to the court office and you need to, I'm going to give you this ticket. Actually, I got to back up again. So he was like, okay. He was like, can you step out the car? Y'all, when he told me to step out the car, I started crying again. Like, y'all, I'm shaking. I'm boohoo crying. Like, snot coming out my nose. Like, I can't focus. Like, I can't pick up my phone and call nobody. He telling me to get out the car. Like, I'm like, oh, Lord. So then he told me to walk to his car. So when I walked to his car, he told me, like, listen, just calm down, just breathe. And I'm like, yes, sir, I'm listening to what you're saying. And then he was like I said, I can see that you don't know what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this warning. And he was like, I'm going to give you this warning, and it has a date on it. He was like, it's not a ticket, it's just a warning. He was like, the date is for you to go to court and make sure you get all this stuff figured out. Y'all, the whole time this man talking to me, I kid you not. Woo, hold on. The whole time this man talking to me, y'all, I felt like, bro, I was like, he was talking to me. I'm like, dude, I cannot understand what you're saying. I'm just shaking my head. Yes, shaking my head. No. Like, but I did pick up a little piece. So he was like, I'm going to give you this date or whatever. It's on this paper. And I need you to, when you go to court, they're going to tell you everything you need or whatever. But I'm like, okay, what if I go to court and they take me to jail? Because, like, if this was a state trooper, this man would have took me to jail. Like, y'all know state troopers do not play. Like, they don't care. They don't care if your grandma died, your parents died. They don't care if you got one wheel on your car. They don't care if you got a dog in your car. You're going down. You're going down. So he was just like, it has a date on it. And he was like, listen, first thing you need to do is call your insurance and make sure that you get all your paperwork from both insurance, then that you transfer your insurance from this day, and on this date your car was covered. So then he was like, when you go, you need to go up to the DMV and make sure that your insurance sent them a copy of your own insurance, and they showed them the new insurance. Like, they sent them an email saying that you got new insurance. So I'm just crying, y'all. When this man told me this is a warning, this and that, literally, I did not care about personal space at all. When I tell y'all I hugged this police officer so tight, y'all, my glasses was like hanging sideways. Like literally, dude. Hold on, I gotta show y'all. So, like, the police officer standing right there, I'm standing right here. He, like, leaning on the car, this say this, this, and that. I was like, yeah. And then he like, oh, this is a warning, this and that. I hugged him so tight. I said, thank you. Like, I was crying so bad. Y'all, I was crying. Y'all, I was crying so bad. Like, I couldn't. So then I was just saying, thank you, Jesus. Like, that's all I was saying. I was hugging him. I didn't care about no personal space, y'all. My glasses was hanging like this. I was crying on him, y'all. Like, his like, body camera was trying to fall off. I almost knocked him on the floor. Like, just hugging him so tight. And I was just saying, Lord, I just thank you. I thank you, Jesus. I just thank you so much. Because, like I said, if it was a different cop, if it was a nasty cop, he would have took me, man. And you already know that it's around the holidays, so they be ready to take people. And yeah, man. So let me tell you. So after that happened, I called my friend, and I was like, dude, guess what happened, man? If y'all don't think that God is real today, because let me tell you this whole situation. So I told her what's going on. She was like, dang, that's crazy. That's real crazy. And I'm going to tag her down below, because make sure y'all subscribe to her, period. So as I pull up to, y'all, when I tell y'all, I'm doing under the speed limit. I'm so scared. And he told me also, when he let me go, he was like, just to let you know that you need to make sure you're driving the speed limit, because of the fact that if somebody else pull you over, you will go to jail. They will take you to jail and take your license and take your tag. So I'm like, oh Lord. I'm like, oh Lord, oh Lord. So y'all, at this point, I'm like driving and I'm just crying, like giving God his praise and his glory. And at the same time, I just keep looking at my digital meter and I keep watching it because I'm like, Lord, when I tell you I'm gonna do like a minute over, I was so scared. Finally made it to my doctor's office. First of all, I had to call them and let them know I was gonna be late because I got pulled over. And then after all that happened, I pull up and everything. So then after all that happened, good thing I'm not sure if I had to go to work or not. But, actually I did have to go to work that day. But I had called my boss and I let her know. I was like, listen, I can't do this because I've been driving this long with no license. I could have easily got pulled over a long time ago. I said, so I'm going to be late today because I have to go to the DMV and figure out what's going on. My license been suspended for this long, and I didn't even know. Like, I need to fix this now. I'm not taking no chances. So she was like, okay, that's fine. Just let us know when you get here, this and that. Mind you, like, my job is like 5 minutes away from the post office. So she didn't really care. I mean, from the DMV. So I get to the DMV and like, y'all, my patience is running thin. Like, I'm mad because I'm just mad. So I talked to the lady at the DMV and she was just basically saying like, okay, do you have your insurance from this people, from that people, and do you have all your paperwork? So I get to the DMV. And actually, before I got to DMV, the police also told me that I needed to contact both insurance and get them to email me paperwork saying this date, this time, with both of my cars and stuff getting switched over. So that's what I did. Look at Luna. Luna, she always chilling. So I get to the DMV and I get the paperwork and I let them know like, hey, I said, first of all, I've been driving with suspended license for 7 months. I said, nobody told me. I didn't get nothing in the email, nothing in the mail saying that, I needed to act quickly or my license will be suspended. So she was like, okay, let me look you up. So I'm talking to her. She was like, yeah, they did suspend your license. And it is because, actually, no. I got to back up again, y'all. So I panicked the first, I had to go through a whole process. After that happened, I went to work and a police officer came through the drive-thru. So I was talking to her. I was like, do you have enough time? It was a she. And she was like, yeah, I got a couple minutes to spare. What's up? So I literally told her what was going on. I couldn't hold it no more. And I was like, you got to promise you can't take me to jail, though, because, I didn't know this is not my fault. And obviously you can see that I'm trying to work on it. So she was like, yeah. So I gave her my information, y'all. And she looked me up in the computer and I gave her my phone number. And she gave me hers. So then she texted me. She was kind enough. Here go God again. She was kind enough to be at the right place at the right time and for me to ask her questions and get me the information I need. So she texted me and she told me it was due to insurance and that I needed to go to the DMV. So I said, okay. So the next day I went to the DMV and that's when I told my boss all that stuff. And I get there. They like, oh, yeah, it is because of insurance, So I gave them the paperwork. First of all, the paperwork that I gave them, they try to tell me, oh, I don't think this is enough information. Girl, I looked at her so fast, girl. I said, well, make it enough. Make it enough. I said, because it's not my fault that, y'all didn't do y'all job and make sure that y'all reported the information over to the insurance people saying that I got new insurance. Y'all sit on y'all behind all day and y'all can't do that. Y'all, I was so defensive because the police officer told me that the DMV people are lazy and they never do their job. They don't never check for people information when they get new insurance. So I was pissed. So then So I was getting defenses or whatever. So then she had to go ask another lady, like, is this enough information? And the lady was like, yeah, you could clearly see on this day she canceled her insurance and got insurance back on the same day on this time. So she was like, oh, okay, whatever. So they finally contacted my insurance people and made sure that, you know, the insurance that I have, everything was up to date or whatever. So literally all I had to do was pay the $35 to renew my license because, I mean, not renew, well, to update. So I didn't have to pay to get my license reinstated because it wasn't my fault or whatever. And yeah, I just had to pay the $35 to get a new license to update my new address and my new last name or whatever. And then what else happened after that? And then oh yeah, so then I had to go to court that Tuesday or whatever. So all this happened like on a Wednesday, and then I had to wait till the following Tuesday to go to court. So tell me why Monday night they're gonna send me a paper in the mail talking about, oh, hey Tori, you don't have to go to court anymore. Everything's basically worked out. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, are you kidding me? I could have, y'all, I'm mad. Like, I'm grateful and I'm thankful that God blessed me and put the right people and the areas that I needed them to be that day and that those moments at the right time. But at the same time, I'm aggravated because literally I could have went to jail for 5 years, bro. The police lady that helped me, she told me if I get caught driving, they'll suspend my license for 5 years and do prison time for 2 years. Now, imagine if I would have got arrested. Nobody would have never knew where I was at, like, or nothing. And I feel like that's bullcrap because y'all mess up a lot of people's life like that for somebody just not doing their job. And then they're going to try to tell me that it's, as us being adults, it's our responsibility to make sure that we report to the DMV and report to our new insurance owners that we canceled with one and now we're with them. Because, you know, in the state of Florida, you can't have 2 different insurances at one time. But at the same time, I feel like that's what y'all should do. Like, you seen that I didn't have no insurance, so why didn't you see that I did have insurance? Like, I was just too mad. Just too mad. Too mad, because that could have went sideways so bad. Like, I could have got kicked out of school because I can't miss a certain amount of days. Like, I'm missing money at work because people don't know how to do their job. But yeah, that's what happened to me, y'all. I almost didn't get away. That's why I said I almost didn't get away. I've only got a couple more. Yeah, I'm cooking too. Excited. This is my last one. But yeah, man, I was too hot. And like, I had to tell my husband everything that happened. And I'm just like, dude. If only y'all knew. But yeah, y'all, this is my hair. It's curly. And yeah, I was just tired of having those in my head. Head full of hair, don't care. I was tired of having them in my hair. I needed my hair to be free and I needed oil. I don't even know how I'm gonna wear it tonight. I might wear 2 buns. I might wear 1. I might wear it all down. Well, no, my dance coach ain't gonna let me wear it down. But yeah, we'll put some more oil because my hair be dry, y'all. Bad. I got to have oil in my hair because it's so thick too. But yeah, that's the story time how I almost didn't get away from the police. And yeah. So thank y'all for watching. I'm finna slay my edges and take a nap because I gotta go dance tonight at 10 o'clock. Deuces.